Good evening, everybody. My name is Osa, and it's Thursday. So we are on Ungetsheim, Farm Sim 19, and there is snow on the ground. The ground is frozen, so we're not going to be doing much digging today. However, our temperatures are 4 degrees, so the snow could melt. I've probably got a bunch of snow in the back of this. Maybe not. Okay then. So, update since last time. That's a lot of snow. Update since last time. I haven't sold any eggs recently. We did finish all of our harvesting, and then it snowed, so I've gone quickly through winter. I nearly lost some chickens because I forgot to feed them. I caught it just before nightfall, so the chickens got fed. We also got the breeding chickens achievement, because we now have over 100 chickens bred. Now, comments on chickens. With seasons, normally you can... The troughs volume kind of expands as you get more things. So on Oakfield Farm with the sheep, as we get more sheep, the trough can hold more hay, and it holds enough hay for about 2 game days. Same with cows, same with pigs, same with horses probably. Now with chickens, it doesn't work that way. This chicken trough will hold 1,000 litres of wheat or barley. So when I've got 20 chickens, that's enough to last me quite a few game days. But when we've got as many chickens as we have, which is today, 100 chickens. We have 100 chickens. Okay then. So we have 100 chickens. That food runs out in about 24 hours. This does not store more than 1,000 litres ever. So if you've got enough chickens that they're going through 2,000 litres a day, you have to feed them many times a day, because that trough cannot hold more than 1,000 litres. So that's why I nearly lost some chickens. I was caught out by the chickens were eating through the food faster than 24 hours. However, that said, we have sold a few chickens. And what I did was I picked all of the early birth male chickens and sold them, because they don't make eggs. What are we missing there? Spreader. Hi, tractor. No. Oh, the box. Yes. I left that on the back of the tractor because chickens are going to need to be fed frequently. So, that's the chickens discussed. I want to go to here. I'm fairly certain. Oh, we've got some wheat left in the silo. That's not a problem. Obviously, we're going to need an absolute ton of it to feed the chickens. So that's probably going to last us a few days, but barely more than that. So I am going to have to buy some chicken feed. The ground's frozen, so there's nothing we can do about planting or stuff. We have our 3 fields over here, and actually I forgot we need to be at least 5 times speed. Captain Zank, welcome to Thursday's stream. So this is wheat growing. This is canola growing. And I can't remember what's on 37. And we did buy field 11, which is quite a bit bigger than our existing fields. That has oilseed radish, so 3 layer of fertilizer in it. And this field is probably complete garbage. Well, maybe not. So it was previously oilseed. We're going to put cereals in that. This field was previously grass cereal. Previous oilseed. Okay. Oh, I might have read that the other field wrong then. That was oilseed, so we're going to put stuff in it. And this was previous cereals, so we're going to put oilseed in here. Well, actually, we got canola in here. Okay, that's good. That was previously oilseed. We've got wheat in here. This one over here, somewhere around there. Previous cereal, so I'm going to want to put canola in that one. And I think I said this one was previously oilseed. No, previous root crop. Huh. Okay, so rotation wise, I need to find a root crop. Actually, what was it before the root crop? It was oilseed and then a root crop. Okay, so sunflowers is good. Root crop will be sugar beet. So that's horrible. And I think we follow sugar beet. I normally follow sugar beet with, we can follow it with a cereal, or we can follow it with an oil seed, which is better. Okay. So generally not going to be planting sunflowers just because we don't have a header for it. But I'm just looking at oilseed cereal. So this field does not need ploughing. We'll go through and check. So 38, that's the oilseed radish. We're going to plough the oilseed radish on that one, and that one does not need ploughing. None of them need lime. Yep. A lot of them are going to need fertilizer. So we're going to be doing a lot of fertilization on our own fields this year. But 4 fields to do and nothing to do with them. What's that? Blue cultivated. Okay, we're good. So that's wheat, that's oilseed, canola. I can't remember what we were putting in. Okay, we're putting oilseed in 37 and 11. I could put a cereal crop in 11. You get a little bit better yield from the canola than I would from the cereal crop, but that's wheat. And I'll probably do, if I do a cereal crop, I'll do wheat. This should be canola. Yeah. Hello. So, we know what we're going to do, we just don't know when we're going to do it. I could plough up this grassland and make another field here. Maybe we'll do that later in the springtime. But I think for right now, we really don't have much of anything to do. So I'm going to fast wind the day a little. Let's check the temperatures. So temperature today is getting quite warm. 17 degrees is very nice. So the question is, how much of an effect is that going to have on the ground temperatures? Because obviously we need the ground temperatures over 0. The ground temperature is -8 at the moment. And I don't have the early development tools, so we can't go faster than 120. But reminding the rules of the game, we can't slow below ×5, except during my stream start preamble and stream end. So, and I'm going to need to watch the food on the chickens, because that's going to be going down quick. But they require 9,000 wheat per year, and we have 1,800. So 9,000 wheat per year. We're doing 9-day seasons, so they're reaching about I would guess they're eating about 500 a day. $1,000 for 2 days. Maybe only 250 a day now. But anyway, they're eating what they're eating. And as I said, I am selling the males as they get heavier. So you look down here, and our elder chickens are getting on for around 4 to 5 pounds. So when we have a male up at that weight, so this, I'll be selling these within a couple of days. But our eggs will be hatching and we'll have new chickens all the time. See, we had at least one today, a couple being the previous day. Oh, that's nice. Well, the snow's melting, so that's a good start. Not so much melting here, but that might mean, you can see my old tyre tracks where I've driven around the yard, but that might mean the snow should melt by tomorrow. And we are going to fast wind the day until we get... There we go. So now all we need is the ground to warm up. With the 17-degree sun beating down on it. That may actually happen. I'm not seeing it though. It is a pleasant day. I also not checked the contract. So yeah, there should be no way they can do ploughing and stuff. We could fertilise. I think I'm allowed to do that. And that's paying quite nicely. Okay. Let's slow down time. 5. And I'm going to accept that contract because we could... okay. Well, that contract went away. So I guess we're going to sleep through to the night. That's a shame. So I might be able to fertilise our fields as well. But I think I'll wait for that tomorrow. If we can do some digging, we'll do digging. Otherwise I may just run out, spray some fertiliser on the fields and be happy with that. As I said, we are going to have to fertilise our fields quite a lot this year. It's 5 o'clock. Oh, I can sleep. So 5 o'clock, 12 hours. So that'll take us to about 7. Let's go to 8, just because I'd like it to be daylight. But as promised at the end of the last episode, I did say I was going to fast wind time to spring. So no new contracts. Chickens are fine. So temps are too warm. I'm going to go and take out the fertilizer and see where we get to. Oh, I've still got 170 some wheat in there, so we'll do that too. How are you doing? Okay, I think if I lower that and make it level, it does double up as a shovel. So, chickens are fed. Shut the gate on that. So I'll drop that there. Yeah, there's been a couple of those little pallets that have been released on the Mod Hub more recently. That one's been around since almost the beginning of FS19, which is one of the reasons why we're using it. I tend to go with let's pick something. And once I've got one of them, I tend not to download any more mods. I got a little bit enthusiastic downloading mods in FS17 such that I ended up with just way too many to cope with. So for FS19, what I've tried to do is limit the number of mods I have so that what this stuff is, but yeah, just limit what I download so that there is no, that's lime. Just drop that there then, just so I can manage what I've got loaded. So I'm generally looking at if there's a John Deere 6R and 3 people have produced one, have made one, I'll just go with one. I'll pick one of them. I won't download all of them because it just gets crazy otherwise. Okay, I think we still have big wheels on this, but I don't think the crops have grown sufficiently that we're going to break them. And we're breaking our crops. Okay. Not only are we breaking our crops, we're crushing them. Damn. Okay. Well, that was bad. That was a really, really, really bad thing to try and do. Ugh. I will probably replant that section. So we can't fertilise while the ground is frozen. So let's speed up time. I'm probably okay. Let's check weather. It's dull and overcast. It's gonna rain on Friday, so tomorrow it should be fine. We've got hot temperatures this afternoon. We've got nice temperatures tomorrow. Super hot on Monday, but I'd like to get stuff started as soon as possible. How's the temperature? -2. Come on. I should probably turn the engine off and jump out so we're not racking up hours on that. But to be able to fertilise the planted fields, we are going to have to swap the tyres out. But I don't want to. I can't swap the tyres out until we've got the what is it? The ground cultivated So we've got the oilseed radish over there, which I've got to cultivate in. I've then got the other field that needs to be treated, so we're going to have to cultivate that one too. Number 11 is... oh no, that's already cultivated, so we can plant that one straight off. This one needs to be cultivated because oilseed radish. And we've got to be very careful to stay off that one. But once we've cultivated that field, I can swap out the big tyres for narrows, and I'll probably will, and spread some solid fertiliser and then plant them all. And we'll replant that bit I just drove over because that was unfortunate. Anyway, how's the temperature? -2. I guess it's already midday. So I'm guessing we're not going to be doing any planting today. Hopefully we'll be planting tomorrow. So we'll stick this back in the shed. Chickens should be fine for food at least today and tomorrow, which is a good deal. The great thing about this tractor is you can't see it. No, zoom in. There you go. Great thing about this tractor is that it's very small, and this is not a big shed, but it's big enough to house this thing. Okay, we'll turn the engine off again, jump out. I'll leave the shed door open. But sadly, we are waiting for another day. Now, I was reading, someone had mentioned something about Crop Destruction 2.0, which is a add on the farming agency maps, and they are that means that you destroy one layer of, or one growth stage of grass when you drive on it. And you also destroy stubble and everything else. Narrow tyres do destroy crop, but not quite as much as big fat tyres. So if we do use any farming agency maps, we are going to have to be very careful about what we do and how we do it. So we're coming up to 5 o'clock again. Hopefully we can get another long sleep. Although, because it's springtime, the days are going to get longer. We are going to have to, yeah. The time moves later in the day before I can sleep, so we'll try 17:30. Give that a go. The temperature is still -2. Okay. Nope, didn't want that. Ah, well, we already triggered it. There we go. So 15 hours. Yeah, we'll go 15 hours again. So that should be about 8:30 in the morning, which is more than enough time to do stuff. Okay, there we go. And the temperature is now +2 degrees. So as we said, engine, we need the big tyres to cultivate, so we'll do that first. Check the chickens again. As I said, I think they're eating about 250 a day. Do a quick check just to make sure. Yeah, they're fine. Chickens will be around for a bit. So we will head over to the oilseed radish. We'll plough that under. And very careful doing that because I don't want to drive on the field with the crop in it. I think I will plough this green area. Once we've tended the fields that we need to tend, we'll start making that a happening thing as well. So I'm going to need the big tyres on for that as well. Gonna leave, I guess that field might actually be second stage growth then, which means it's going to be ready for harvest very early if it is. Yeah, I think that's that stage there. So it's only got one more growth stage, so there's not a lot of time to fertilise either of those fields either. I could replant that field anyway, just using the wide tyres, just because it's I'm planting behind the tractor, so it's not going to damage anything. Or I'm going to damage the ground and then I'm going to plant it, so it'll be all good. But anyway, let's plough this stuff in. Now, fortunately, our wheels don't break oilseed radish. That's going to be interesting. I wonder what Crop Destruction 2.0 does on oilseed radish. I know Giants had to make a modification when the game was released. Oilseed radish was destroyed by crop destruction, which kind of makes it difficult because on this tractor with this cultivator, the cultivator needs 35 horsepower I think, and the tractor has over 90, but we just didn't have the traction to pull the cultivator, so I have to put wide tyres with weights on just to get us rolling. And if that destroyed oilseed radish, then you would get no benefit at all from planting it. And so Giants did modify crop destruction with the oilseed radish, because obviously what's the point in planting it if you destroy it before you can actually plough it under, short of having a front mounted cultivator. And while that's all well and good, we don't have anywhere to attach that, so I would have to cultivate in reverse, which would be very impractical in a tractor like this. So, but I don't. I'm going to have to do some testing on a farming agency map just to see how oilseed radish interacts with Crop Destruction 2.0. I mean, I don't mind using a front cultivator, and on most of the maps I'm doing that I might use a farming agency map, I'm not going to have a tractor that's incapable of pushing a 6 metre front cultivator. So all my tractors tend to have front PTOs. So I'm going to go round the field twice. Just so that we've got a little bit of space at the back end here to turn around. Now, the other thing I'm not sure is, do I have create fields on cultivators? Well, we could test that theory. Left arrow, detach, select tool, allow create fields. Okay, so we do have allow create fields with cultivators. So I can just create the grass, or turn the grass field into a arable field just straight off the bat. I don't have to go get the plough. In fact, I really don't need the plough on this farm anymore. We have it because I think our starting fields needed to be ploughed. Or at least one of them did, maybe two. The nice thing about this map is not all the fields are in a dilapidated state where they all need to be ploughed. Some are, some aren't. I know on a lot of Oxygen David's maps, when you select seasons, the fields are definitely need ploughed. Also, the Old Stream Farm had all the fields that you start with needed to be ploughed, had been fallow for 2 straight years. So that was kind of, you're taking, the scenario can be on that playthrough, you're taking over a dilapidated farm, a farm that hasn't been used in years. I would also suggest that if you're starting on New Farmer, the crops that are in the silos probably aren't in very good condition because the farm just hasn't been in use for a couple of years. At least 2, if not more. Whitehawk, good day. It's going well. We have, for the most part, Michigan is open. So we are doing dancing in person. And so I get to play Farm Sim on Thursday nights with you guys. At least until